The talk show host expressed her feelings on Thursday's installment of The View, Behind the Table podcast. Right at the start of the episode, Sara, 46, put the show's executive producer, Brian Teta, on the spot and asked about a rumor she heard. "I did hear that today you tried to get the actors from the Marvel movie to come do the podcast, which would have been literally kicking me off the podcast," The View co-host claimed. "Yeah, that came up. I'm not gonna lie," Brian admitted. "Wow, confirmed," Sara replied, shocked by her colleague's confession. "I'm a huge Marvel Universe fan. I'm a huge Marvel nerd, and I think these ladies are terrific, and I was kind of excited to riff with them about what's going on in superhero world," the producer explained. However, Sara prodded further and questioned whether Brian knew she was next up on the rotation of podcast guests, including her co-hosts Joy Behar, 81, Ana Navarro, 51, Sunny Hostin, 55, and Alyssa Farah Griffin, 34. "Is it true you had to be reminded by a producer that it was Sara Haines' day and that you'd literally be kicking me off without warning?" she asked. "I think the producer thought they were reminding me of that, but in fact, I knew that the whole time," Brian replied. Sara then demanded that Brian at least say that you see the problem here, to which he softened his tone. "There's not another host that I would have not done this for," Brian said, trying to get out of the situation. "Just tell me I'm right and we can move on," Sara pushed. "I think you're great on the podcast. I love having you, as does the audience," Brian assured. But Sara got in the final word by mocking Brian for seemingly sounding like he was reading from a script and not genuinely meaning his response. They then wrapped up their banter and continued with the episode. Poor Sara. Last month, Sara slammed Brian for making her feel like the backup choice and prioritizing her co-hosts on the show. "I feel like the crappy backup girlfriend. Like you get everyone on and then you're like, we've gone down the list, no one else can do it. I guess we're gonna have to ask Sara," the TV star complained. "You've been my fill-in host for other things too," Brian replied before backtracking. "We're lucky to have you. I'm thrilled to have you." Sara has been using her voice even more on The View lately while battling her fellow panelists. On Friday, the TV personality held up her finger at Sunny when she tried to interrupt her during a heated discussion. "Wait a minute, Sunny," Sara said, silencing her co-host until she finished her point. So sassy. Days earlier, the mom of three pushed moderator Whoopi Goldberg, 68, live on air to urge her to participate in a hot topic about relationships. Whoopi just stared at her, trying to figure out what she was doing, before pushing Sara back. This made Sara laugh and give Whoopi a comforting pat on the back. Soon, Whoopi shared a few thoughts on the topic before resting her head on the table. Sara giggled and hugged her before the actress lifted herself up and sent the show to a commercial break. The ABC star became a permanent host of The View in 2020, after hosting from 2016 to 2018. At the time, she had left the show to host Good Morning America, where she had been a weekend news anchor, before returning to the panel.